Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday, let's see, today's Tuesday, so 2 days ago I turned 57, and physically I feel great. I'm ripped, I've got carved abs, striated pecs, I'm doing 4 military workouts a week for an hour, Russian military workouts. I mean, these workouts are so Russian, I think I'm swearing and grunting in the Russian language. In fact, I have to be careful because the neighbors have kids. So physically I'm doing great at 57. I never felt better in my life. I feel like I'm 20. Physically, I feel actually stronger than when I was 20. I don't know, I have more anger. I think anger makes you strong. Isn't that crazy? So physically I'm pretty happy about being 57. But psychologically pretty freaked out. 57 freaks me out. I mean, the number 57 is just too high on the mortality scale. It's way too high. And when it comes to mortality, I think most of us, we're like little kids. We're greedy. We want our life to be as long as possible. We want our life to be as big as possible. And I'm sure this is a fallacious, wrong approach to life, but it's how we're hardwired. We don't want to die. We want our life to be as long and as big as possible. I associate this with like when we're kids, you know, we go to some kid's house and the mom has made chocolate chip cookies and she has this platter of chocolate chip cookies. She goes, "Hi Jeff, will you take a chocolate chip cookie?" "Oh yeah, yeah." And you study the platter for the biggest chocolate chip cookie on the platter. And if your mom's there, she'll slap your hand. She says, "Just take the one that's closest to you, fool." And so, you know, life is kind of like a chocolate chip cookie in that regard. We want the biggest chocolate chip cookie possible. I guarantee, you know, with CRISPR and genetic engineering and technology, if we can learn to live to 200, 300, we'll take it. God knows what that will do to the divorce rate. Imagine living with your spouse for 200 years. That's interesting. 200 years, man. I mean, my wife can take me for 50, 70 years. I don't know if she can take me for 200 years. I think I get worse over time. I think my neuroses get worse over time. So the chocolate chip cookie orientation to life doesn't work. I think if we want to look at how to approach our life, especially as we get older, we have to look at the masters, the great writers, the great philosophers. And I look to Viktor Frankl, author of Life's Search for Meaning. And he said that to live a good life, to have happiness, you have to have a meaningful life. And you can't have a meaningful life unless you embrace suffering and the finiteness of life, the fact that you're going to die. And so you have to embrace suffering. I don't embrace suffering that well. If my FM radio station has the slightest bit of static, I go crazy. If there's some kind of a carnival or fair or venue that does not have bathrooms, they have porta potties, I'm not going. I don't go to porta potty places. It doesn't work for me. If someone in my social circle doesn't invite me to some party and I find out about it, I go into grieving for like 10 years. I'll be bedridden for 8 months. I'll be in bed, you know, drinking tea, wearing like those nightcap pajama things, reading selected passages from the Book of Psalms. You gotta let go of your anger, McMahon. It makes life so much easier. Well, I hold grudges. And so there's that. And so I'm not living Viktor Frankl's edict very well when it comes to embracing suffering. Oh, by the way, the thing that's ironic about being upset about not being invited to a party is I wouldn't go anyway. I just want to know I was invited. I don't like going to parties. Maybe that's why they don't invite me. So there's that. Then we look at the Russian novelist Tolstoy. He said that death makes you do one of two things. Either death makes you realize that your life is a total joke, so you just reject your life, or death forces you to change your life in such a meaningful way that death cannot strip the meaning away from your life. And I'm thinking, what could I possibly do with my life so that death could not strip away the meaning of it? And all I can think of is heroism. I would have to be like a hero. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't I'm not a hero. I don't save people from burning buildings. I don't dive into the ocean. I'm not a member of search and rescue. I mean, honestly, I'm so not a hero. For me, here's heroism for me. I help my daughters at night with their homework, and if I don't fall asleep, I'm a hero. Last night, Julia was reading Raz Kids to me on her iPad, and I started snoring. And then she woke me up, "Daddy, did I do a good job?" "Oh, amazing, Julia, amazing." If I go to work, if I drive to work, and I don't swear after someone cuts me off, I'm the hero. So the heroism isn't working too well. So I got to figure this out, man. 57, and feeling great physically. I got to work out now. Working out seems to soothe the savage beast. And tell me what you think about heroism, suffering, being 57. Some of you guys might be going up there. Let me know what you're dealing with, man. All right, until next time, I'm out.